Oil drops for the fourth day running, and GCC-listed firms suffer a 14% fall in Q3 profit. You're watching the Daily Brief with Forbes. I'm Ramia Faraj. Oil prices inched lower this morning for the fourth day running, with Brent crude slipping below $80 a barrel and West Texas to $74. Investors are awaiting an OPEC Plus meeting later this week, which is expected to decide on additional output cuts for 2024. Analysts say market sentiment remains negative, given the dispute within the cartel over production quotas. They expect Saudi and Russia will continue their supply cuts into early next year. They also expect discussion for further reductions. And the drop in energy plus commodity prices was a big contributing factor to GCC-listed companies suffering a 14.4% year-on-year drop in Q3 profit to $62.3 billion. That's according to Camco Invest. Saudi-listed firms registered $42.4 billion in Q3 earnings, compared with $52.4 billion last year. Abu Dhabi's companies saw $7.6 billion in Q3 earnings, down from $10.4 billion, but Dubai's company saw a rise of 35.8% to $5.8 billion. A tanker linked to an Israel-affiliated company was seized off Yemen last night by an unidentified armed group. U.S. defense officials say they seized the MV Central Park in the Gulf of Aden. Officials say the crew are now safe. The ship's current location hasn't been revealed. It comes after an Israel-owned cargo ship was damaged in a suspected Iranian drone attack in the Indian Ocean on Friday, and a week after Houthis seized an Israel-linked cargo vessel in the southern Red Sea. The Beijing Stock Exchange has reportedly asked major shareholders of listed companies not to reduce holdings even if they are eligible to do so. It's on fears that a surge in stake selling could dull market excitement. The guidance comes as stocks listed on the Beijing bourse have surged on the back of support measures. It jumped about 10% this morning, following last week's 21% surge. Big oil and gas companies in China and elsewhere are using low-quality carbon offsets to greenwash their imports of natural gas while failing to make strong emissions-cutting commitments. That's according to Greenpeace. Firms like PetroChina and CNOOC Gas and Power have signed long-term contracts with Shell to buy carbon-neutral LNG, which uses forest offsets to balance out carbon emissions. Greenpeace opposes fossil fuel producers counting carbon offsets towards their emissions reductions goals. It says the carbon-neutral branding is misleading the public. China's health ministry is urging local authorities to increase the number of fever clinics as it fights a surge in respiratory illness. The spike became a global issue last week when the World Health Organization asked China for more information, citing a report on clusters of undiagnosed pneumonia in children. China and the WHO have faced questions about the transparency of reporting early in the pandemic. The WHO says no new or unusual pathogens have been found in the recent illnesses. And 18 countries have unveiled what officials say is the first detailed international agreement on how to keep AI safe from rogue actors. In a 20-page document, the countries agreed that companies designing and using AI need to develop and deploy it in a way that keeps customers and the wider public safe from misuse. The agreement is non-binding and carries mostly general recommendations, such as monitoring AI systems for abuse, protecting data from tampering, and vetting software suppliers. I'm Ramia Faraj. This is the Daily Brief. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.